Under the dim light of her small kitchen, Sarah Thompson stared at a pile of unpaid bills, her hands trembling as she whispered, "How much more can I take?" For the 34-year-old single mother of two, the American dream has been replaced by a daily fight to stay afloat in a country where the cost of living keeps climbing faster than paychecks. Sarah, a school teacher in a Los Angeles suburb, earns just enough to survive, but never enough to breathe. Her $2,518 monthly rent for a modest two-bedroom apartment devours more than half her salary. Add to that $300 in utilities, soaring food prices, and gas that hovers around $5 a gallon, and survival itself feels like a luxury. A nation under pressure. Since 2021, U.S. consumer prices have risen by 22.7%, while wage growth has only reached 21.8%, according to federal data. Essentials like food have seen some of the steepest increases, 25% higher than 4 years ago, forcing many families into painful choices between nutrition and necessity. California's cost of living index now stands at 142.3, well above the national average of 100. The situation is even more extreme in Hawaii and Massachusetts, where median home prices top $900,000 and $600,000 respectively. Economists point to a combination of factors: lingering supply chain issues from the pandemic, inflationary corporate pricing strategies, and a persistent housing shortage that keeps rents high and homeownership out of reach. The American middle class is being hollowed out, says Dr. Lana Ruiz, an economist at UCLA. Costs have risen across the board, but wage growth hasn't kept pace. Families are borrowing more, saving less, and living on the edge. For Sarah, the statistics translate into skipped meals and sleepless nights. She stopped buying baking ingredients for her children, Mia and Jake, because sugar and flour have become small luxuries. Grocery bills now average $600 a month, up from $480 last year. Childcare costs are another $1,000, and healthcare adds $200 more. She's far from alone. A recent national survey found 49% of Americans now list the cost of living as their top concern, and 43% struggle to pay monthly bills. Online forums echo the same anxiety. "It's insanely expensive to just exist," one Reddit user from Long Island wrote. "Every bill feels like a countdown to collapse." The US isn't alone in this crisis. Around the world, countries are battling similar pressures. Sudan's inflation once peaked at 359%, leaving millions hungry and displaced. Lebanon's inflation soared to 170%, shrinking household purchasing power by nearly half. In Somalia, 4.3 million people face famine amid economic and climate disasters. Experts warn that the cost of living crisis has become a defining global challenge, deepened by conflict, supply shocks, and inequality. Back in Los Angeles, Sarah has joined a local advocacy group pushing for fair wages and rent control. It's a small act of resistance, but one rooted in hope. "Even when everything feels impossible, I look at my kids and remember why I keep going," she says. For millions like Sarah, resilience has become both a burden and a badge of survival. Behind every statistic is a story of love, sacrifice, and quiet defiance. A reminder that in today's economic storm, humanity's strength remains its most powerful currency. Support our work. If you found this story meaningful, please support our work by subscribing to TrendTracker and hitting the bell icon for more global updates and human stories that matter.